Hello all, El Presidente Tel here with another update on the News Corporation phone hacking scandal. Now I had put a small update yesterday, but for those of you who didn't see it, I'll recap. Last night we had the resignation of Metropolitan Police Commissioner and Britain's highest ranking police officer Sir Paul Stephenson, who has had to resign due to the fact that he is associated with Neil Wallis. Neil Wallis was brought in as an advisor by Sir Paul to manage his media communications, and he has now been arrested, Mr. Wallis, under the connection of phone hacking for the News of the World, because he worked under Andy Coulson, the now sacked and also arrested former communications director of Prime Minister David Cameron. Well, today we have had Assistant Commissioner John Yates of the Metropolitan Police also resign from his job amid pressure. Mr. Yates apparently was responsible for checking the credentials of Mr. Wallis before they employed him. He has resigned because he was told he was going to be suspended, and the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, has come out saying it was right for the pair of them to stand down. I think my opinion on that one is, why haven't there been any politicians yet? I mean, keep watching this space because it might happen, but we've had News International's bloodshed, we've had the Metropolitan Police bloodshed. There's probably be some bloodshed by politicians before this is out, because they've all been with Murdoch. I mean, especially David Cameron. It's been proved that he's been meeting News International executives time and time again. He went horse riding with Rebecca Brooks, and she's only just been bailed last night. And Labour, in today's House of Commons, were constantly attacking the Tory party for their links to News International, and especially the hiring of Andy Coulson, who was communications director, is now arrested on suspicion of hacking people's phones. Be sure that you will probably see a sale of News International within the year, because it is killing Rupert Murdoch right now. His share price is plummeting. I'll put a link to a story on that in the comments bar, and its perception of this story in the UK is just mushrooming. Now I wanted to do a quick word about another story in the news at the moment, especially it comes from Fox News in America. And I've got to give a shout out to Lee B19 Yido, one of my subscribers, for pointing me in the direction of this story. I'll put a link to it in the comment bar as well. It's a clip from Fox and Friends, which basically describes a PR guru talking to this host, saying that, oh, well, can't we all just move on? It's been a decade ago. It's a thing that happened in Britain, and they're going round and round and round in Britain having a go at it. Well, I'd like to answer that, if I may. Firstly, it was not a decade ago. It was at most 4 years. That's not a decade. Okay, things may have happened a decade ago, but it only came to light 4 years ago. Then when Clive Goodman and Greg Mulcahy was convicted of hacking phones of the royal family. And then all these others came to light. Now, the reason that people in Britain were so outraged by it is because they started hacking people they had no business hacking. I mean, you know, the news report, if you watch it, tries to meld hacking, as in the computerised hacking, committed by governments and lone groups against corporate organisations, with the invasion of privacy by corporations. I mean, it was concentrating on the real issue of protecting privacy, like it's the people, like it was Millie Dowler's fault, like it was Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman's fault, like it was the victims of 7/7's fault that they got their phones broken into by some immoral, scum-sucking journalist who was trying to find some salacious detail of what they were doing in their last moments just to sell a story. I mean, really, how low are News Corp going to try and go to hide this? They've been all but kowtowing to the public time and time again in this country, trying to pretend that they're compassionate and that they care. They are desperate to get out of this. They're absolutely desperate because it's killing them. I mean, now it's affecting their share price. I dread to think what's going to happen. I think we could see a palace coup and the Murdochs could be going. I mean, I said yesterday, I'm not sure that Murdoch himself will go. I'll be honest, guys, watch this space, because anything could happen in the next 10 minutes. If we've had the top two of the police go, and the top guys in News International start to fall, I really think anything could happen. So I'll keep updating as these things happen, but stay tuned to your news, guys, because it's getting really, really interesting. This is El Presidente Tel, wishing you all love, peace, and liberty.